Righto, welcome back to another episode. So in this one, we finally get the shed built.
And make sure you stick around to the end because it doesn't exactly go to plan.
Righto, so first things first, we've got the concreter out here, so he'll be giving the ground a bit of a touch up. Got a slight fall on the site, so we've got to level it out and work out how we're going about that. But yeah, we'll get ready for forming up all the concrete. Righto, so plumber's been in, concrete has just finished up today. Glad I chopped those trees out when I did. But anyway, let's have a look at what they've done so far. So, plastic's down, Rio's in. Actually need some pretty deep footings in comparison to the last shed. We've done a bit of a slab thickening in the middle there. That goes to about 200 mil, I think, from memory. That's just so I can bolt down the hoist later on. So we've had to actually cut down a bit down on that side, so I'm gonna have to do some drainage, a bit of earthworks back there, so that's a future problem I've got to deal with. But down in the back middle bit there, I've actually had to put an inspection pit for the sewer, so we'll put that to height when the slab gets poured. So I think the concreter's just got to level up a few things here and there when he comes after the inspection. But yeah, it's looking good. Righto, so gave the concrete a bit of time to cure and it was time to put some relief cuts in it. So I thought I'd have a crack at it myself. From the research I'd done, the cuts should be roughly about 1/4 to 1/3 of the slab's total thickness. So based on my slab thickness, I've gone about 25-30 mil. As long as I'm not touching the Rio, I've been told is pretty good, so we just go with that. As for where I'm doing the cuts, I'm just splitting it up into thirds pretty much. One of the cuts I'm actually sort of lining up to where I want to park one of the cars, so I'll use that to guide myself in as I'm reversing in, so I know I've got the car exactly where I want it every time. This is probably the most exciting time. Shed's got delivered, time to get this thing built. So I had to hire shed installers for this one, but I was honestly contemplating doing it myself, but I figured due to the size of it, better off just getting someone who knows what they're doing. At least that's what I thought, but yeah, we'll see. Righto, so the shed installers have been here for a day or so. They've pretty much done the frame. I've just gone out there, cleaned up a bit because they've made an absolute bloody disaster. Yeah, a bit sketchy, a couple of things they were doing, but anyway, they get the job done. So cleaned up out there, made myself a coffee. So let's go have a look at what they've done so far. And having a look behind me, I'm actually in the middle of renos in the new house. So it's probably why I'm guessing I haven't done any videos for a bit. So yeah, hopefully we catch up soon enough. All right, so I don't actually remember what the last video I did was out here, but let's have a look. So you can see the sort of frame that they've done so far. They're probably not going to like me when I tell them that they've forgot to put this isolation on this wall, so they're going to have to take those sheets off again. But yeah, she's looking pretty sturdy. Decent posts and beams on this one. We've got a lot longer spans than we did the last shed. Down here, what are we doing? So pretty much we just got a bit of we've got an angle plate that's dyno bolted into the concrete and then bolted to the posts. And then up the top, they've just got some bolt connections into those beams so far. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some bracing in between the beam and the post later. That's what that hole's for. Strap bracing. The top hats are just got some techies straight in. Thought they would have probably used a scissor, but yeah, each to their own. But they're getting it done. Yeah, I don't know. They're alright, but I wish I could have just done it myself, but I just don't have the manpower to do it. So there's still a bit to go. Check back in soon. Righto, so the shed's done, mostly. I've had the building surveyor come around and do his final inspection. Unfortunately, he's picked a couple of things, so those shed installers sort of stuffed me a bit. They didn't have a look at a couple of details. They're not that big of a deal, but they're just a prick to do now. So yeah, I've got to deal with those. So I've contacted the shed company and they're sort of helping me through a few little bits and pieces with their engineer. So we might have to alter the drawings a bit, maybe, I don't know. So I'm going to try my best to sort those out with them. So I'll give you a quick rundown on the shed where it's sitting at the moment, and then we'll have a crack at sorting out these little minor structural elements that I've got to add in. And yeah, we'll go from there. Let's do it. Righto, so here she is. Righto, so here she is. Overall, happy with it. The shed installation didn't really go as I sort of wanted it to. Like, you're paying someone, you thought you'd get a pretty mint job, but anyway, we'll deal with it now. Hence why I'm doing these little extra bits myself. So I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you what I've got to do. So first thing, got these fly braces. So that's just that little bit of strapping that goes from the purlin, or in this case just some glorified top hats, and so they go from there under the beam and back up. So there's supposed to be one of those every second top hat, so they've only put in 2, so I'll have to put in another, I don't know, what's that, 1, 2, 3 more of those. The annoying thing is I also need to put in some more bracing. So the detail actually says walls higher than 3.2 need to be double braced. So I need to add another brace on to this wall, actually to all the walls really, because they're all above 3.2. But after negotiating with the shed company and their engineer, I only have to go up to 1.8 from the floor level, and instead of doubling up the bracing on the outside of the top hat, which is pretty much impossible without ripping all this isolation and unscrewing sheets and whatever, I can just go on the bottom side. So yeah, and then I'll just have to work out putting screws in the back of this, so I might have to pop the bottom of the sheet out and I don't know, use a right angle drill bit just to get in the back of that. So yeah, we're gonna have a crack at doing this today, send some photos off to the shed company and the building surveyor, and then yeah, go from there. Hopefully satisfies enough for them. I don't know, so there we go. That's not even the hard bit. The hard bit is I don't really have a ladder that can get up this high. So we're going to do a bit of sketchy stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. So I've got to do the fly bracing, and it just says to use this structural steel bracing. So I've got 30mm wide by 1mm thick bracing, so we'll rig that up to go across there. So it's like a 60-degree angle, 2 fixings on each point with wherever I put them, the specified tech screws. So bang those up, and yeah, it's going to be a bit interesting on the high side, but on the low side I should be able to just stand on the 4-wheel drive, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm not driving the screws all the way in, just to give it a bit of play, and then I'll get as tight as I can by hand, and then I'll drive the screw in the rest of the way, and that should tighten it up. And then the second screw, that'll just go in a bit further to the inside edge, and that'll really tighten it up.
Righto. 1 done, 2 to go. Alright, this is going to be one of those do as I say, don't do as I do type things. Yeah, I don't know, see how we go with this. Righto, so we got a bit sketchy there in the end there, but we got there. Next thing I'm going to sort out is this double brace situation. So I've got to put the double brace everywhere there's a bracing on the wall pretty much. So 1.8 gets me to, you know, about there. So I might just go to the next top hat just so it gives it a bit of a finishing point. So let's have a crack at doing that. Righto, that is done. So managed to get all that stuff sorted, been all sent off and approved by the building surveyor. So we have building permit, everything's all sorted now. So all good on that front. But unfortunately we do have some other stuff we need to sort out. So yeah, stay tuned next time because we got a few little bits and pieces to fix. So anyway, thanks for watching and yeah, appreciate the support. Give us a like, thumbs up, whatever it is, comment. But we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. So I've just opened the shed after some rain and this is what I've opened it up to. Ugh, I only just put this stuff in here last night. Not ideal.